civilization begins. Uncle Tom, wearing sunglasses and playing the banjo, entertains people on the street and collects money. People interact with him, give him money, and everyone is happy. No one minds street music, so it's fine. Then we see Uncle Jerry, who also wants money and notices Tom playing music. Suddenly he got an idea. He thought he could dance really well and collect money from people, so he could buy his dream house, if you get what I mean. He starts dancing, drawing attention away from Tom. They even take the money from Tom and give it to him. Tom says, "Guys, what are you doing after all I've done?" Annoyed, Tom tries to hit Jerry, but Jerry fights back. That's always how it goes with Tom and Jerry. In the end, Tom quits his act and both get lazy. Thank God. Then people realize he's faking blindness, get angry, and take their money back. He was just pretending, And then they keep chasing each other like in the cartoons, bringing back those beautiful memories. Oh, the memories. I watched them from when they were little until they met a girl named Kayla. She was riding a bike with a basket and he fell off. And as usual, your Uncle Jerry escapes Tom. So we see Kayla getting really upset because the laundry she dropped messed up her work and all that. Then a car runs over your Uncle Tom and takes him away, just like that. And thankfully, Kayla gets fired from the job that Tom ruined for her in the first place. And we see her leave. She goes to a hotel that offers free daily meals, and she goes there to get her meal and Jerry follows her inside. And when your Uncle Tom tries to go in after them, the son sees him and throws him out saying, "Get out of here, you dog." Oh wait, that's a cat. "Get out of here, you cat." And then we see Uncle Tom outside. Kayla interviews a woman for a job, learns she's not local, mocks her, takes her curriculum vitae and says, "Surprise, I'm human resources, and you can't be hired because you're not from here." The girl trusts her and leaves it to God. So Kayla uses her curriculum vitae to apply for the job. She meets the manager, Dobros, and his assistant, Triniza Samibeto Cesir, who immediately feels uneasy around Kayla. He felt that she was a scammer and an idiot, and she really was a scammer and an idiot. Uncle Dobro, the manager, we'll call him Dobro since Dobros is too long, is very impressed with her curriculum vitae. Uncle Trinis insists he knows better, saying, "No, son, that's not right." The manager agrees but can't object, so he tells her there's an important wedding. At week's end, 2 from the royal palace arrive, and you must prove your competence to stay. Uncle Trinis introduces her to the staff and the work, while Uncle Jally just relaxes. He understands what's going on inside the hotel, and my uncle is looking for a place to sit, checking things out. And Tom is trying to get into the hotel. All his attempts ultimately fail. Then he sees newlyweds Ben and Berta arrive at the hotel with their cat Toots and their dog Spike. "Oh, Uncle Spike, I really miss you." Kayla and the assistant keep chatting with the bride and groom. Jerry spots the bride's ring, sneaks over, and steals it. What a thief. Then Uncle Jerry heads to the kitchen, grabs a chunk of cheese, and sniffs it. I'm a cheese-loving mouse. He goes in to take it, and Kayla and the assistant hear the cooks shouting about a thief. When they check, the chef says there's a mouse, and the assistant tells Kayla they need to catch it. The mouse must be caught to prevent damage, especially with another arriving soon and the royal family visiting. It's a big issue for us. So she tells him, "It's simple, sir. You just put a mouse trap with some cheese." Then Uncle Jerry gets drawn in by the smell of the cheese. But as usual, he takes the cheese and escapes the trap, just like that. He even leaves them some money in the trap, and a note that says, "You need a better trap." So they take the money, those fools, and the note says, "You need a better trap, because I'm not just any mouse, I'm a tough one." Continue. After that, Uncle Jerry sits down to watch television puzzled by the mouse. Meanwhile, Uncle Katoom finally gets into the hotel and follows him into the room. They make a mess inside, break everything, and make a huge racket, like an unbelievable amount of noise. So your aunt hears the noise and comes in to see what's going on, like, "Hey guys, peace be upon you." And when she comes in, she finds your Uncle Tom. She believes he bumped into her earlier and caused everything. She realizes he's here for Jerry, who's already escaped. She then suggests Tom work with them and takes him to manager Uncle Dabro to catch Jerry. Faraj, Jerry doesn't know he's Waba, but Rajab is shocked and the assistant is in disbelief. The nonsense they're doing, guys. Are we serious or what? But unfortunately, the manager agrees and Tom gets hired with them. Honestly, this manager is foolish too. They discover Jerry's location, she visits and knocks, and Jerry answers the door in a bath towel. Honestly, a person can't even relax in his own room. He's also embarrassed in front of her, so thank God. He goes inside embarrassed to take off his towel, but then comes out naked in front of her without any embarrassment. The movie's logic makes no sense, and there's nothing wrong with it. He comes in and Maktuma tries to catch him, but Jerry escapes. As usual, he lets Mactuma hit the wall, just like in those cartoons. After that, we see the bride, Brita, complaining to Kayla that her ring is lost and she can't find it. She tells her that she has to look for it and find it, and she assures her that she will find it. Here, Mom. The assistant takes it and is able to walk, and then we see Tom making a plan like in cartoons to catch her. Uncle Jerry, this is pure nostalgia. He catches him, locks him in a box, and carts him away. Uncle Tom tells Kayla the mission's done, then leaves. Tom goes to play piano, but Jerry escapes and finds Tom again. They start fighting again, hitting each other. Then Uncle Spike joins in and might fight you too as the fight goes on. It grew in the hotel lobby, attracting attention and becoming a scandal. In the name of God, and then the manager meets with Kayla and the assistant. And the assistant is very upset and keeps making the manager angry, saying that Kayla and her cat are the 3 troublemakers who need to be handled, and that she's a failure and ruined everything. But she tells him, no, I was just about to fix things, but thank God. It was the assistant who messed everything up, along with the dog that was with him. The simple manager believes Kayla and fires the assistant, who insists, Captain, I'm here. You're a simple man. Actually, he appoints her as the events manager instead of him. After that, Kayla meets with Tom and Shiryu and tells them that she is now the events manager. She tells them that they have to leave, but they get upset and keep pleading with her. So, since she's the one making them leave, she tells them, okay, you can stay, but only on one condition. You have to be friends, not enemies, and you have to be respectful. They're shocked at first, but they agree. It's like, if the mouse forgave her and the cat forgave her, then why shouldn't the dog forgive her too? The next day, we see them starting to become friends. Each one respects the other, they help each other out, everything is great, and they go to a baseball game together and watch it at the stadium. I don't get it, I really don't understand the life they're living, and that game is being broadcast on television and the assistant is watching it, and Tom gets caught. Then, there's a chase by the animal control authorities, thank God. And then after that, Trainers, the assistant, goes to the prison to talk to them. He sits and talks to them and acts as a mediator between them. He's doing this to get them out of prison. He sends them to the wedding to ruin it as revenge on the manager and deputy for kicking them out. And honestly, he has the right. And then he starts telling Tom that Jerry is saying bad things about him, and goes to Jerry and tells him that Tom is saying bad things about him. So, he tries to make Tom look like the guy who ate your brothers. The important thing is, he turns them against each other and makes them hate each other. And then he gets them out of jail and they go to the wedding. You get it, right? If you hate each other, why are you going to the wedding? What do I care? I'm not the groom. What do I care, man? You both should just stay away from each other. Anyway, we see Amma, Gabina, and Brita entering the wedding, and they're riding in a Lincoln Parka, showing off. We see Uncle Jerry eating calmly while Uncle Turs tells Tom, insult him and keep eating, he doesn't care, So, Uncle Tom, of course, he gets really angry and goes over to him to hit him. And Jerry hides in that big cake. So he sees him getting cooked, and he goes crazy too. He goes over, hits him, and sends him flying, and Uncle Jerry lands near the elephants. When the elephants see him, they freak out. You get it. Imagine an elephant scared of a mouse, just like that. Anyway, they go crazy and flip the carriages off their backs, and Uncle Spike chases Tom, and there's a big tiger, you get it, chasing both of them. In the name of God. It's a big deal. The hotel is showing off with a grand farewell, like a movie. They escape through the main door, breaking things, and the hotel is completely wrecked. It's a mess, and he's running. The manager asks Kayla about what happened and tells her to explain the reason behind it, because he wants to know everything and all the details. And of course, your Uncle Kayla confesses to the manager. She stole the curriculum vitae from the girl who was originally coming to apply for the job, and took the job herself.
In her place, and trainers.
He came prepared, did something with them, and made her leave so he could work. He even made us all wear trainers. After that, we see your Aunt Britta when everything happened, ruining the wedding. Mom feels embarrassed and tells her daughter she can't continue after the humiliation, gives him the ring and leaves upset, while Ben is completely shocked. Like, what did I do, girl? It's not my fault. It was Otto Farrow and Kalb who caused all this drama. It's not my fault at all. Honestly, I really feel sorry for the guys. Anyway, after that, we see Uncle Maktub and Majdadi in the street feeling guilty about what they did. They come up with a plan to fix everything and make up for their mistakes. Oh, humans. Anyway, the plan is to get the honey back to each other and get Kayla back to work again. They go to Kayla and explain the plan to her, and of course, she agrees to go along with it. Whatever, I just want to work. They go to the hotel and find that her daughter's getting in her car and leaving, just trusting in God. So Kayla tells Tom and Jerry to go after her and stop her. Kayla goes in to tell Ben and the manager about the plan, and they really like the plan. Someone is missing, and it turns out it's your Uncle Trinus, who doesn't want to do anything and is mocking it all. That's it, just let it go, Trinus, let it go, believe it. Anyway, she tells him that he has to go through with the plan or she'll expose him and say he's the reason all this happened. He just glanced at the person. So, he has no choice but to agree, so he doesn't get exposed. And we see Tom and Jerry following Britta. They try to stop her, kidnapping her cat and taking it with them. So, a mouse and a cat kidnap another cat. Totally normal. The bride follows them to the meeting spot where everyone gathers, and Ben is there with the guests and everything is nice. Then your Uncle Ben goes to Brita and apologizes to her so she can forgive him. And very easily she forgives him just like that. They have the wedding, and everyone who is invited is happy and dressed up, and everything is great. And we see that Kayla actually invited the girl who owns the original curriculum vitae. She introduces her to the manager, apologizes to both, and the manager accepts and hires them. Come on, I used to simp for one. Now I'm simping for two. In the end, Tom and Grape are still chasing each other, and that's it. The story ends.